Hey everyone, welcome to the MatMadik channel. Sorry for the delay. I said I'll be ready for you at the end of the day, which was yesterday, but work. Well, anyway, excuses suck, right? So let's just keep going. Pray for me, guys. Help me to keep consistent. I really love this community of people who enjoy patriotic songs and so on, or just people who love to enjoy, stuff on the web, like YouTube and whatnot. But hey, today we're at Rumble because this is the only place I could get my hands on the Let's Go Brandon video by Bryson Gray. Like I said, I'm going to check this out now. And just so you know, I still have respect for Loza and Bryson Gray alike. Just because I had a little childish bickering over who should pay who respects over the song. But I mean, just keeping it real. At the end of the day, it is quite childish to be acting that way. But you know what? As time goes by, that kind of stuff will be overlooked while they both continue riding the patriotic train, where we go one, we go all. We ain't got time for messing around. So let's get down to business. Bryson Gray, let's see what you got. Let's go, Brandon. Oh, sorry. Hit it.
Various shots that people are getting.
Hold on. Revelation 13, 16, 17. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, or I should say bound, to receive a mark in his right hand and on their foreheads. The mark of the beast, 666. Like this thing. Oh dear, I shouldn't have done that. It doesn't matter. I don't mean it in any way. But it's funny, I went to church in Okinawa and one of the pastors broke it down for me with like a Sunday school thing that I went to when I was 13, 14, essentially saying people being locked into even their phones, let alone the cash cards, with a number that with something that serves as a pass into Caesar's world. Well, he didn't say Caesar's world, but that's another term I picked up later from someone called Neville Goddard. But anyway, yeah, you have your little pass to access this world of what should we call this world? Mammon? I don't know, just this world of the deep state, if you would. Oh dear. Well, that we are engaging at the moment in, but not of. Anyway, we have a card, whether it be a phone digital card like what a phone is, or even these stupid vaccine passports that people are playing along with. Anyway, and then you have something that you keep in your head, which is the PIN number to access it. It's like a lot of things that are spoken about in the Bible in some way or form are being reflected in the world that we partake in at the moment. And it doesn't have to be this way. The trick to that number in your hand and the mark in your head business is whether or not it's something that keeps you enslaved to the system. Mark of the beast means mark of the beast of burden, or the N word. Anyway, no, no. The mark of being a property of this world. So you don't have to be a property to, like being a part of the central bank. That it's something that we don't have to partake in, but we just tend to play along because we just say, what else is there? But there's more. Anyway, let's see the next part. And that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark. Oh wow. I didn't read this. This is what the man's talking about. My pastor, minister, reverend, whatever he was, minister. Or the name of the beast. Did he miswrite that? HTE? Anyway, mark of the beast, the number of his name, or the number of his name. So you couldn't buy or sell, you couldn't partake in the world without having your PIN number and your card to access it. Your PIN number in your head and your card in your hand, marking the beast in your hand and your forehead. In your frontal lobe, people. If you don't want to be a part of this nonsense world anymore, I suggest you look at God's currency. Precious metals, people. Anyway, yeah, the stuff that's unpegged to their world. So, let's check out what else Bryson got to say.
Getting now, cover that. You're okay. You're not gonna get COVID if you have it.
He that had no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. Oh dear, it's a shame that Bryson put out the song with the miswriting of the Bible lyric. I mean, lyric Bible word with THTE before. Anyway, he that had no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. Oh, you're talking about if you get your guns, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get something from the beginning.
Shots that people are getting now cover that. You're okay. You're not gonna get COVID.
It's a shame to laugh at this because it's terrible when loved ones or so and so fall for the lie of getting the shot. You know me, I'll never get that thing. God knows. But of course you love them anyway. I do love my loved ones anyway. I mean, being a part of this awakened family right now is not mean that I exclude those who aren't seeing things the way I do. But I just pray for their salvation. I believe that God can do anything. Even people who may be under threat of becoming sterile or just dying or having weakened immune systems overtaking the poison death shot, as Dr. Zelenko would put it. All of them, they can, I believe, as we are maybe we're talking about the Bible here, I believe God can, through the power of miracles, cure people of anything. I believe, despite how people think that once the shot is taken, that's it. I believe that God can find a remedy for what people have become afflicted by. And the only reason why this thing persists in every respect, I believe, whether it be the effects of the fake vaccine or the effects of being under tyranny in one way or another, is simply by people acquiescing to the deep state. I believe as long as you say no, just like Neo in the Matrix stopping the bullets and all that stuff, and healing himself when he came back to life. I know it's a movie book, for goodness sakes. Unless you experience it yourself, nearly everything is fiction. That you read about or hear about from someone else. I believe that God can heal anyone of anything. And just because you're not healed in certain instances doesn't mean God can't do it. It may be that you have something to learn through that experience. But I'm going to keep praying for people who slowly are waking up. Because while you're staying asleep, while you're saying, no, I don't want to hear you conspiracy theorists are saying that the vaccine is dangerous, you're talking nonsense, security, all that stuff. While they are saying no to people who are trying to actually give them good advice, they're allowing all the deep state's wishes for them to come to fruition. All they have to do is say no, and all the stuff that's being done, that they've agreed to be done to them, can be undone, I believe. But let's just see what Bryson Gray's going to talk about.
If you have these vaccinations,
somebody got to do it. Hey, let's go, Brandon. I keep it drawn like I'm Nick Cannon. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Pandemic ain't real, they just planned it. Hey, let's go, Brandon. When you ask questions, they start banning. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Hey, let's go, Brandon. I keep it drawn like I'm Nick Cannon. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Pandemic ain't real, they just planned it. Hey, let's go, Brandon. You ask questions, they start banning. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
All right, just from hearing that, I mean, I haven't heard that song being played about the place like I've heard Lowe's one. But it's funny, now that, naturally one would want to compare the two songs, now that they're two Let's Go Brandon songs in the charts. But certainly as of the time of this recording, but, excuse me, Bryson saying, Lowe's beat is trash. I was like, okay, no, yours is darker. It's effective. You know what I'm saying? Lowe's beat is catchy, and it's definitely got people jump into it, and it's got going crazy on TikTok. It's what matters most of all, more than all of this, is taking a stand, is being something that people can embrace. In their lives right now. The whole point of Let's Go Brandon is the chant that shows the masses waking up to this. I mean, shout out to Virginia, man. Thank God you got a proper governor now. Woo! Amen, people. Let's Go Brandon is the chant. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of stuff that, and we got rid of that nonsense Terry, man. So this stuff is good, but this will resonate with a different subset of people. Lowe's one's a lot more bright, So I like both of them. And then look at what Bryson said. You start asking questions, they start banning. It's funny that, and of course he got banned. But it's what's that word? It's like you call it upon yourself kind of thing. But hey, it's what happened to me too. I'm gonna start back my political channel on my other YouTube after this video, because I'm thinking I backed away from the political channel, like like many others, when they started to give me strikes and whatnot. I was like, okay, forget this. Let me just do my reactions and let my views be heard there. But now, like Bryson's doing, he showed us is that we can make headway on all platforms and so on. And I'll just go for it. But anyway, sorry. What I'm trying to say here is, it's funny how he said you start asking questions, they start banning, referring to like Nicki Minaj, and Lowe's is doing a piece right now, and it's kind of in reference to Nicki Minaj right now. So you guys essentially are saying the same thing. So in my opinion, you'd be a lot better if oh boy, I know your egos are what they are, but hey, if you could somehow drop that and get together, it'll be super. But hey, whatever, we can enjoy it. Doesn't mean just because you guys don't get along, don't mean we can't enjoy both songs. So kudos. Let's keep it going.
Buy and sell it, just stop the spread, it was lies. I remember how you roll, but you having dope in your eyes. These politicians are demons just in disguise. Look at Kyrie Irving and Nicki Minaj. Look at Australia, that's what's coming next if we don't stand up. Stop complying with them, taking our rights, it's time to man up. Republicans voting for red back laws, that's just what I can't trust. If you ask what's about the facts, then they gonna ban us. Hey, this is about control, everybody knows, everyone complies. We're the kinds of pros, I don't need a plane, I just hit the road, I do what I want, I can't sell my soul, market about to crash, this is what you chose, ruining the country, I think that's the goal, you gon' take the mark, I take never roles, I'm a man of God, I can never fold. Brandon, I keep the drum like
that was good, man. That was a flow. That was excellent. Very good, very good. Beautiful, man. I mean, it's funny, these rappers, it's funny to listen to people like Tom McDonald and then listen to these guys, my fellow Negroes, you know what I'm saying? Sorry to put it in those terms, people, but whatever. We ain't in snowflake territory. We're just talking about what we see. Anyway, the way he's doing it here, somehow, Tom McDonald does something similar. Of course, he talks about he always throws in the thing about, this ain't about appropriating culture. That's his chip on his shoulder about what people seem to get at him over, which we can ignore that. Anyway, it's funny how Bryson Gray. He's essentially just saying things, statement after statement, and Lowe's again the same level. When he said lines about the mark earlier, I think that was pretty clever. But he's saying things that are very, this happened and then this happened, and who else raps like that? Mises kind of raps like that sometimes. They say this, I will say something back, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad that you're taking a stand and you're making a statement and making it heard. I mean, to get this to number one, boy, God bless you, man. You did very well, man of God. But I mean, just judging against like the video I made, it's like, it's also pretty cool to take the time to put in something wordplay. I don't know. I mean, Let's Go Brandon is wordplay enough, but this is what's great about Lowe's one, is that he got straight to the matter at hand. He memed the hell out of. So he memed the hell out of the Let's Go Brandon piece altogether, which was a lot more effective. But this piece right here, it's very serious. It's very somber sounding, but I'm not super impressed. But I am super impressed by the effectiveness of this. The fact that you got this to number one is a beautiful blessing. So God bless you. Let's see what else the song has to say. Let me know what you think so far, people. So far. Now Bryson and Loza went and are trying to go head to head with each other. Which one are you feeling more? I think that this is why it's a bit like Beyonce and remember? Oh boy, back when I used to listen to left wing stuff just last year, before I just completely red pilled. Or maybe it was 2019. Anyway, do you remember? For any of you who know about the Nicki Minaj and Nicki Minaj and Doja Cat and Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion, when they both were in the top spots in the charts, one with Say So, one with Savage, it was like, oh, it's great. maybe one's number 2, but it's not. It's just as good. And then of course somebody said, "Hey, Doja Cat hates on her own kind. She's calling herself the N-word in front of a bunch of white supremacists, like whatever the hell that means. Let's take her off the number 1 spot and give it to Stallion and Beyonce." You know, you both thought it tasted the number 1 spot, and all that politics in the background, or people trying to throw stones. It's an unnecessary distraction. You're better off being one with each other. In fact, of course, Minaj was proud of Doja when she got number 1. I mean, again, talking about the left and the right. Sometimes the left, as they say, people say the left stick together. I mean, right now they're infighting a hell of a lot, but and sometimes you get infighting in the right, and infighting in any camp, of course, while we're all just one human race, is dumb. So, hey, if you want to play the game, let me know what you think, what you're feeling more so far. Bryson, Grays, or Loses. Anyway, keep going.
I'm Nick Cannon. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Pandemic ain't real, they just planned it. Hey, let's go, Brandon. When you ask questions, they start banning. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Hey, let's go, Brandon. I keep it drawn like I'm Nick Cannon. Hey, let's go, Brandon.
I keep it drawn like I'm Nick Cannon, like drawing out the cannon, but Nick Cannon. Is that another? Maybe that's a play that I missed. Let me know what he means by that.
Pandemic ain't real, they just planned it. Hey.
Oh, nice. Pandemic ain't real, they just planned it. That's the line that they said. Medical misinformation. It's a real pandemic. Yes, you're right. Since we slipped these vaccines full of garbage into people, that's the pandemic. Before then, you know, who's to say what the hell it was? Considering the PCR test cannot prove jack. I mean, anyway, ask the creator. Oh, sorry. He unfortunately passed away. But before this whole kerfuffle started off, so just take our word for it. The pandemic's real. You know, never mind. You just trust us, despite a poor fruit testing positive and all this malarkey. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, God bless you, Bryson, for spitting the truth.
Hey, let's go, Brandon. You ask questions, they start banning. Hey,
all right.
Let's go, Brandon. Hey, let's go, Brandon.
Who are you? I don't know who you are, but I'll find you out in the comments. I'm sure one of you let me know, or I'll just figure out.
So Brandon, and it's clear that man a rat. Let's go, Brandon. Now the Taliban a threat. Hey, you planned it, now the Taliban is standing on our neck, chanting death to America. You are barely president. Listen, I don't think you hear, man. Let me make it clear, man. Better keep your hands into yourself. That stuff is weird, man. I wish I could take you in the back place, smear the queer, man. You could take the.
What do you say? Oh dear. He's looking some homophobic right now. I mean, I ain't got issue with that. No. I don't condone any violence towards LGB. I'm just kidding. Yo, man. He's talking about keep his hands to yourself. That stuff is weird, man. It reminds me of Burden saying, stop whispering little kids' ears. F Biden. Anyway, here you go. This is funny. That picture's the best.
The facts, I fear God. I don't fear man. I'm on gear 10. Believe me, we ready to rumble. The only play the Joe can execute is a fumble. I think we all know he's out to lunch. That dude went camping. I'm a Christian, so how do I say this? Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, it's cool. I think I mean, I'd love to see this live. I'd love to see how people react to this live. It's cool, man. It's cool. I haven't even heard the full version of Lowe's track. Maybe go back and hear that. Give me I don't think there's a full video. Is it? I mean, is it out yet or whatever?
I keep it drawn like I'm Nick Cannon. Hey, let's go, Brandon.
What I love about these guys is that they're bringing out their guns, but in a righteous way. You know, it's talking about go ahead and start shooting people. You know, despite a lot of rap having promoted that rhetoric for a long time now, but to the detriment of rap enthusiasts. You know, the typical demographic there are. Anyway, but these guys, this bringing out stuff like statements like this. I mean, even saying "Let's go, Brandon." Even I'm bringing out the guns right now. All of this is to. It's ironic how this is actually in people's best interest more than in the menacing capacity by which people would brandish guns in rap earlier on. And this is what I love about patriotic rap, is that it takes all the stuff that had been inverted and perverted and subverted, you know, and turned against the people who the instruments of protection were originally for. And now we fortunately reverted back to the original virtue that we are supposed to be upholding by respecting our firearms. Hashtag let's go Brandon Lee. Anyway, God bless you. Anyway.
Pandemic ain't real, they just planned it. Hey, hey, let's go Brandon. When you ask questions, they start banning. Hey, hey, let's go Brandon. Hey, hey, let's go Brandon. Hey, let's go
Brandon, we know he capping. Patriots out in the street taking action, hunting us down for speaking the truth. Speak on the pedal to save all the youth. Media lying, ignore all the crying. They build.
Be on the pedal to save all the. Oh my God, this is it's getting a bit close now. But in all fairness, Mr. Brandon, not the actual racer, of course, is quite the outrageous character.
Brandon. Hey, hey, let's go Brandon. Hey, hey, let's go Brandon. Hey, let's go
Brandon, we know he capping. Patriots out in the street taking action, hunting us down for speaking the truth. Speak on the pedal to save all the youth. Media lying, ignore all the crying. They building back better, but only the Taliban pilots on strike. But to Joe, it's irrelevant. Open the border, lose all the order, divide us up so they know that we never win. But we're united, we here in the stadiums. Everyone chanting it, seeing it slandering, Biden collapsing, and Democrats stealing it. Hey, we look at Joe. Can we get a refund? How about some mean tweets? Joe is a crook and he knows how to deceive. FJB is the motto in these streets. Let's go, Brandon. Sing it with me.
Ow! Whoever that boy was, he had the flow. No, I think he was the best rapper on the song so far. What do you think? I think he's the best one. I mean, in terms of just bringing something good for the ears. But I guess maybe I'm biased. It sounds a bit like what I did with my freeing myself rap about about Biden. Plug. Check out my homepage on the channel and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna hopefully reproduce that with Peerless. I don't want to speak too soon, but I should be getting him re-recording of that song and get it remastered. The sound is a bit poor. But anyway, but I love that kind of flow. Personally, I think that guy there, he has something that I can excite a crowd a lot more, as was shown even by the people dancing around it. But let me know what you think. Who is the best so far?
Keep it drawn like Dominic Cannon. Hey, hey, let's go Brandon. Pandemic ain't real, they just planned it. Hey, hey, let's go Brandon. You ask questions, they start banning. Hey, hey, let's go Brandon. Hey, hey, let's go Brandon. Hey, hey.
Wow. Amazing. Pandemic ain't real, they just planned it. Oh, I just said pandemic. Like Miss Jen Psaki. I love that, man. Now you think about it, this song is very powerful to get out there. To be saying that on a #1 song all around the world, pandemic ain't real, they just planned it. That's seriously powerful stuff. Now you think about it, the lyrics hit me slowly, and I gotta say, the gravity of it is starting to just hit home. But Bryson, there's no way you can say Loads' beat is trash after listening to this beat. But not this beat is garbage. I love both of them, but this is hardly a step up from what Loads has got. So you obviously got some ego issues, Bryson. But anyway, other than that, this is brilliant. To actually get a #1 song out there saying that this is a pandemic, that's amazing. And an American chart, around the place. No, I can't deny that. That's excellent. I like that rapper at the end. He was the best, in my opinion. He had something clever to listen to. He's really going for it. But still, I gotta give it to Loza, even though I've only heard one verse. And Loza's verse wasn't all that, in my opinion, in that when he said, as I take off in an Aston, again, he's probably talking, it's a car reference. It's still, it's more to the point. This Let's Go Brandon thing, you know what? Fine. Maybe Loza's got something by going after Bryson, but I mean, it's got something to what he was trying to say about going after Bryson, but it's still not worth it. If you got issues, look, these songs, to be honest with you, they're not all that in terms of what they are, musically. It's bum 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 bum, and those are the ones a lot more energetic, which I like. But you're talking about a song based on a chant that neither of you started. And the only reason these songs are getting promoted by the Patriots, who we should give thanks for rather than try and claim ownership over, and in the form of saying my song's better than yours, is that this is only popular because we want freedom right now. When you have such a simple song, Bryce, sorry, Loza. Names. Anyway, Mr. Loza doing the song in front of a green screen and getting to #1 in the charts. When you got super low budget, super easy beats, super easy lyrics jumping up the charts right now, going down in history for standing up for freedom, there's no place for saying that I'm better than you, in my opinion. So, anyway, I just think it's silly to go after each other. But the song is very powerful in terms of the message, and the fact that it is where it is in the charts is a miracle. So God bless you, man. I'm talking about some serious stuff. Keep it 100, and please see the bigger picture. And let's go, Brandon. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you think, people. Sorry, this is a very slow reaction, but I just wanted to keep it real. Nice. Help us pass Little Nas X. Alright, lines like that. That's funny. Yeah, you did, mate. God bless you. God bless you. Peace, people.